Are you a serious cyclist or just someone having fun? Interested in cycling? Well, consider subscribing. What's up guys, welcome to another video with Monkey Inc. I've done a video previously about wheel building, but I only replaced the spoke. Today I'll do a video about swapping your rim out. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to take a new hoop just the outside of the rim and we're just going to build it over to the old wheel, and I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to get that done, and most of you should be able to do that. Now before I continue with that wheel, just want to show you guys a little something. Nice bike number one. A lot of dual suspensions. Nice bike number 2, 3, 4. Let me show you guys this one on this side. It's actually quite a nice color bike. Looks like dual suspension mania for today. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the old wheel, we're going to remove the tire. This is a tubeless wheel, so we're going to remove the tire, remove the tubeless tape and the valve, everything that's on the rim. Make sure it's nice and clean so you don't work with a dirty wheel, and then I'll show you guys from there. Alright guys, what you're going to take now is you're going to take your roll of insulation tape, this one here. Just make sure, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you guys, I'm going to try real quick. On the rims, there's an offset in the nipples in most of the times. You can see this one leans over to the left a little bit more, and that one is in the center. And that's how they go. Remember, the one that's got a little bit of an offset you're going to put on your non-drive side, and then the one that's center you're going to use for your drive side. It's a front wheel, it won't matter because they'll be offset the same, but in this case we're going to use it on a rear wheel. Alright guys, sorry for the footage, it will be a bit darker, it's just the lighting is not perfect at the moment. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your new rim and the old rim, and then you will find the valve holes. You'll align them over each other like that. Make sure you've got the offset of the wheel right, and then what you'll do is you'll just take your piece of insulation tape, you're going to wrap it about 4 places, different places around the wheel. You can just wrap these two together, and then we'll get to just moving the spokes over. Alright, so what I've done is I've actually just taken the wheel, just a few places. You're going to put your insulation tape like that, and now for the, I won't say the most difficult part, but yeah, for the most difficult part of this wheel. Alright, what you'll do now is you'll take one of your spoke wrenches, these little ones here. Make sure there's different sizes for different nipples. Make sure you use the correct size, otherwise you will strip the nipples and then you won't be able to tighten them as you should. What you're going to do is now I'm just going to start loosening the nipples. Remember to do it all the way around. Don't just loosen one or a few completely at one point, because then you'll actually just pull the wheel skew again. So we start at one point, we go around all the way, just loosen them till all the spokes are nice and loose, and then I'll show you guys the next thing to do. Alright guys, what I've done now is I've loosened all the spokes, and guys, really this is going to be in detailed video. I will show everything that I'm doing, even if it's an hyperlapse, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. The most important parts I'll slow down and I'll show you guys. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your wheel. If you've got a truing stand, if you're using old fork or whatever you're going to use to get your wheel like this, you can see that wheel's quite skewed, the old one. So what you'll do now is you'll take, maybe show from this side, it'll look a bit better. So you'll take one of these nipples, you're going to screw it out completely, just take the spoke over to the new hole that will be there, and then just insert the nipple. I usually use new nipples, but in this case I'm just going to use the same nipples to save a bit of bucks for the client. But yeah, I'd advise you guys to use new nipples. So what I'm going to start doing now is I'm just going to take the spokes from this side to that side. Just make sure that when you're putting on the nipple, don't tighten it so it grabs the whole spoke and pulls it straight. Make sure it just catches the thread, and because otherwise you will just bend the new rim as well. So make sure it just catches the thread, and then when the wheel's done, I'll show you guys the easiest steps to follow to get your wheel straight. Alright guys, what I've done is now, it took me a little while, but I've actually moved all the spokes over to the new rim. What we're going to do is now we'll just take our scissors and just cut off all these insulation tape holes that we've got here, and then I'll show you guys the other thing to do with your wheel. Alright guys, the next little tip I'm going to give you guys is I won't say it's the hardest one, but it's quite simple, but it can become hard if you don't do it right. What you'll do now is you're going to go to each spoke. Let me see if I can focus that on you for you guys quickly. Let's get one that will show it quite nicely. There's one there. You're going to go to each spoke and then just take your nipple, turn it all the way around, till you just cover all the threads, and you'll do that to all of the spokes. So yeah, just take your nipple, screw it in, make sure you cover just all of the thread there, don't tighten it too much, and then you should be pretty close to your wheel being straight. I'll put up a link about how to true your wheel. I've made a video about that. This won't be this, but yeah, this is just basically how to swap the rim. Check out the other video, that'll show you guys exactly how to true your wheel to make sure it's straight and it's not wobbling or anything. Alright guys, what I've done is now I've actually taken all my nipples, I've tightened it to a point where you don't see the thread on the wheel anymore, or on the spoke anymore. The reason I'm showing you guys that little tip there, because you need to remember, if you're working on a wheel, if one of the wheels have been worked on and you still see the thread on the spoke, it means that spoke is too short for your wheel, or they haven't done it right. So make sure always there's no thread sticking out on your spokes. And what this does is actually it gets you to a point where the wheel is almost balanced. You can see there, it's got a little bit of a buckle in it. No, that doesn't show it so nice. Let me show you this quickly. If this thing will focus, it will help a lot. There we go. So you'll see there's a little bit of play, a little bit of buckling on that. So remember, I told you guys in the past, if your wheels pull to the right side, you're going to pull the left side of the drive side, you're going to pull the left, the non-drive side spoke a little bit, but you need to remember to loosen at the other side as well. Never pull your wheel to a point where it starts hopping around, because then you're going the wrong way. Little by little and you should be fine. I'm going to put the link up about how to true your wheel, and then you guys should be perfect. Guys, stay tuned for the motivation up next. Alrighty, the motivation then as usual. Guys, when doing something, remember just to keep on doing it. Life, most of the times, are like a wheel. There's two comparisons I can make with this. You need to keep moving, or the wheel needs to spin for you to stay upright. It's like riding a bicycle, you need to keep moving to stay upright. But then there's another part to the wheel, that little valve where you inflate it. Sometimes it's at the top, sometimes it's at the front, sometimes at the bottom, and there are times where it's at the back. And just remember, the wheel always turns and you will get to the top again. I was talking to someone close to me the other day and I told them, yes, we are down and there are times that we're struggling and everything's not going according to plan. But just remember, there will be a point where you're on top again. You can't just stay at the bottom, except if you're not doing anything about the situation you're in. Remember, do the best you can when you're doing something. Make sure you get your situation to the next level, to a better level. And remember, there will be times that you are down, but there will always be times that you're at front and at top. Guys, be safe, stay strong, and never say never.